morning. It's always a strange thing when the Monday is a public holiday and now you think it's Tuesday, but it's actually Wednesday, and you think it's still long to the weekend, but it's not as long. We're one of those weeks. What can I tell you? Just finished training, good session. I don't know if you guys do this. So yesterday's session was cut short, and then the next day, it's almost like you use guilt. It's like you go in and you start training, and I'm like, come on, you lazy bitch. Yesterday you bombed out, so now you got to do it today. There's all these little self-talk things that I do, and I think sometimes if I could actually put it into words or like a little speech bubble, people will think I'm off, hey? Like properly, because the weird things you do to get through things. I've spoken in the past about how I get competitive with people who don't even know they're competing. I'm like, fuck, I can take you. Strange thing. Very, very long day yesterday. Left here at about 8, got home for the first time just before, I think, like 6. Lots and lots of meetings, big meetings, lots of stuff, but all good. You roll with the punches, and that's a good thing. Today's Wednesday, so we're doing content. Now, I asked you guys yesterday, what would you prefer? Would you prefer Pilanesberg or would you prefer Johannesburg? And I was quite surprised at the answer, I must be honest. More people said they're keen to find out about Johannesburg and see Johannesburg. So we've got our content schedule kind of planned out until whenever, like long, right? And we've got things like a Soweto day tour. We're gonna at the towers. We're gonna jump off. There's a bungee thing. There's Ponte building, like an old building in Johannesburg, which is quite cool. We're gonna do street photography in town. We're gonna do graffiti tours in Johannesburg. This is all for future episodes of Walt and I TV, yeah? We're going to go to Vilakazi Street in Zakumi. It's like a traditional restaurant. We're going to eat there. So we have got a lot of South African and Johannesburg things coming up in due course. But last night, with it being quite a busy day, and a lot of the guys are out. Danquist is in Zambia. He's flying back this morning. Mike's going for his PCR test this morning. He's flying to Kenya on Friday. So it was a little bit all over. So Pilanesberg would have been an easy option. Literally, we would have been, what's the time now? We would have been there already, right? So we would have left at 4. We're at there. But two things. Most of you guys didn't want to see that. Well, not, you know what I mean. But, and then so last night I spoke to my sister. She helps and runs our content and stuff like that. So what we're doing today is we're going to do some of the best views in Joburg. Now, every single one of these things, apart from one, I think, I haven't done personally. And the idea would be we're going to go to this place, and most of them have like a coffee shop or a bar or a restaurant there. So we're not going to eat it. We might have to drink at each one, like a coffee or something, and just talk about the place, look at how to photograph the skyline, some photography in between. But yeah, I think we've got about 4 or 5 lined up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the first place. It's called The Roof in Fourways, a new place. And we're going to have a coffee there and literally decide as we go. And we're going to create the Wild Eye TV program is going to be around that. Us just deciding go this and that. So then Kelly, she's from Cape Town. She's out here with us. She was on safari 2 days ago. Arrived in Joburg yesterday, so spending 2 nights with us. And we're just going to create content. She's going to take part in this Wild Eye TV episode. And we're just going to over-index on social because Wednesdays, that's a fun thing for us. I'm going to try personally to, at every place we get to, I'm going to record a straight to my feed video under a minute. Well, or Instagram TV, straight to the feed. On the place or a thought on travel, photography, whatever. So I'm going to try and post a shit ton of content today on here of travel, photography. Because there's a lot of people who come to Johannesburg and they ask us, into and out of a safari, what should we do? What can I do? So we also are still down the line going to do stuff like the Apartheid Museum, and that. It's just we need to plan more for that when all the COVID stuff's over, because we need permission to film in some of these places. So all of those things are coming up, but we're going to just give you some different ideas. It's like Gilroy's, where we were last weekend. That's going to be a killer episode. That's a place you should go to when you come to Johannesburg, right? And the places today will be things that's very accessible. Maboneng, easy, great. I think it's called the Living Room. It's apparently like a bar up in town. You can have the views. So we're going to take you to all these places today. We will share quite a bit on social, but also more of it is for an episode down the line of Wild Eye TV, right? And then tonight, just a quick bribe, barbecue. The Australian people, barbecue, Americans. Is that right? So, big day ahead. And then rest of the week, just a lot of stuff on the go. So that's pretty cool. Oh, Iceland. Had quite a few of you ask about the Iceland thing I mentioned yesterday. So, for all intents and purposes, I've had two people take the last two spots on the Iceland trip, right? So, what we did is it was going to be 8 guests and myself and Mike, but with COVID and all the changes and restrictions and stuff, we just to play it safe from a costing point of view, we dropped it to 4 and 1, 4 guests and myself. But, and this is a big but, I like big buts. Okay, it's too early. Too early. Stop it, Gerry. Um, so 4 and 1. I've got two people for you guys from who mailed yesterday. So I've sent you guys details already. So for all intents and purposes, those 4 spots are full. But if you are still keen to join us, because what will happen the moment I get 5 guests or 6 guests up to a maximum of 8, I can take one of my other guides with, and they can co-host. Here's the thing: I'm going to be selfish. I really want to get one of my guides to go with to Iceland, and I really want you guys to come with me as well. So, yeah, if you're still keen on the Iceland thing, it's from the 14th through the 23rd of June. I think it's 9750 US, which for what you get is pretty amazing. Single accommodation and stuff. But let me know. It's that place is beautiful. So that's it. It's quite chilly today in Joburg, hey? I think it's 17. So that for us is pretty cool. So I'm just get inside and put something warm on because just finished training. Um, yeah, that's it. If you are a guide and you're watching still, get in touch because we are looking for new guides on the side. More on that very shortly. But yeah, that's it. So I'm going to quickly have something to eat, have coffee. We're going to the first spot. Stay tuned on social and we'll take you on a ride through Joburg today. Yeah. I think that's it. Okay, let's do a question for the day that's kind of linked to this. When you travel, whether it's in your own country or when you go to a different country, right? Do you actually spend time in the city you fly into or you just bounce to the next place? For example, if I go to Iceland, I'm going to go to Reykjavik, right? Beautiful town, absolutely stunning city. The first thing I do is I drop my bags and I get out into the city, go explore. Do you do the same or do you just want to get to where you're going and screw everything else? Do you spend time in the city where you're flying into, whether it's Nairobi or Reykjavik or New York or Hong Kong, London, whatever, or do you just want to get to your destination? I love the exploring side of it. Okay, I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go. Have a good one. Follow along today. Good fun, and I will chat to you tomorrow. Have a good one. My name is Gerry. I'm from Wild Eye. Bye.